Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is July 1st. Happy second half of 2022 to everybody. Zur is in Watcher's Grave up here in his little tree fort, so let's see what he's got this weekend. Alright, so for exotic weapon, we've got Lord of Wolves. This is just a cool shotgun to own. It's a solar exotic, fires a burst of short-range solar damage, and then if you turn on Release the Wolves, which you can just swap over to, you get a more powerful burst that's like 10 instead of 5 bullets. Definitely one you should own. I think it's about to get kind of taken out of its god tier mode right now. I think it's been a bit of a sleeper and it's finally getting found out, so it's probably going to get brought down to a little bit more normalcy, so you probably won't have that much longer to enjoy it, but still one you should probably own. Alright, for the exotics, you've got Celestial Nighthawk. Modifies Golden Gun to fire a single high damage shot. Enemies eliminated in the shot explode and grant you super energy. Now, normally people would say, hey, you totally want mobility on a hunter, and I 100% agree with that. You generally do. But also, recently, resilience has been a nice stat to have for PvE damage mitigation in just anything high level, and higher resilience is actually going to have some benefit there. So theoretically, a 27 in resilience, and also a decent spec into intellect, since this is based around your super, and some discipline for your grenades. The recovery is low, don't get me wrong, and the mobility is also very low for a hunter, which hurts it, but a total 66, high resilience. I know this is like an odd build, so it may not be optimal, but it may not be one to sleep on. If you don't have a great stat roll for Celestial, I would probably buy this anyway, and then you might find a better one, but this is not bad because resilience will give you that PvE damage mitigation, which is where you're going to use Celestial anyway. All right, for the Titans, we have one that may be really nice to have when it comes to next season with Arc 3.0. Kills with Arc melee abilities trigger health regeneration and restore melee energy. This is also a very good thing to have anytime you need ability kills for bounties or seasonal events, so you should probably own this anyway. But Titan, you've got 17 resilience, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of recovery, and this is all based around your Arc melee ability kills, and you've got 28 in strength. If you masterwork this one, you're going to be sitting up at 30. Put a mod in this, you're going to be literally at 40 strength. So something based around strength for melees, and you've still got a decent spike in resilience for a Titan. This is about as good as you could ask for on this one, so please buy this for your Titan. If you don't have a Titan, buy it and stick it in the vault in case you ever make a Titan. Crown of Tempest is another one you should own for Arc 3.0. Please make sure you get this one because I don't know what they're going to do to Stormtrance next season, but this is the exotic for it. Arc ability kills increase the recharge rate of your Arc abilities, which is a good thing for all of Arc 3.0, and extend the duration of Stormtrance. Decent amount of intellect is based around your super. You got some discipline for grenades, which is going to help you get those Arc abilities back faster. Recovery, which Warlocks want. Resilience and mobility, also reasonable. So it is only a 60 roll, but if you don't own this exotic, please make sure you buy it, save it. You can farm for a better stat roll, but if you don't have this, Arc 3.0, this is going to be a really good thing for Warlocks next season. For Hawkmoon, we've got a polygonal rifling, polymer grip, and opening shot. Not a bad one for that opening encounter, but I know some people would prefer like a moving target roll, depending on your preference. We had physics on the podcast last night, so this isn't his god roll, but I think this is a decent roll if you're looking one, especially for your opening shot. First piece of your encounter could be worthwhile to make sure that one's working. For Dead Man's Tale, we have snapshot sights. I don't think this is going to be amazing for anybody. You do have stability, range, and stability on this one with snapshot sights. I don't think this is the perk that really like makes it god tier though, so you could probably skip over this one. All right, for your legendary weapons, we've got Enigma's Draw as a sidearm. Not bad. You've got Demolitionist to get some grenade energy, Zen Moment for stability, range, and stability with a little bit of range and handling on this one. Not a bad roll on the sidearm. Again, we've got a unique masterwork here with an accuracy perk. You've got Killing Wind, final blows with mobility, range, and handling. You've got multi-kill clip. If you get that double kill, it's really going to stick. Ricochet rounds and extended barrel or full bore. You're going to have a massive amount of range on this one. And if you get this thing to proc, it's going to be hitting pretty well. With the unique masterwork, maybe you want to pick it up. Still a pretty decent roll at that. Farewell for a sidearm doesn't compare. One, we're sitting here looking at Thresh. And Tactical Mag, not going to be bad, but not going to be quite as good. But Thresh on a sidearm, just kind of got to pass on this one. 7 Seraph CQC-12, it is a lightweight frame shotgun, so you actually will move faster while it's equipped. You've got Shield Disorient, so this is only going to be a PvE situation if you want it. Assault Mag, maybe. You've got some range, quick draw. It's not a bad option for a PvE shotgun. I just still wish I liked using PvE or shotguns in PvE. Just, I tend not to. Maybe they'll be good. Who knows? Now, if nothing else, just because you may not have this, make sure you buy it. It is a void waveframe grenade launcher. There's not a lot of those. It's also an auto-loading waveframe grenade launcher. Any of these like breach load that are auto-loading, you can shoot it, switch weapons. When you come back to it, it's always waiting. If you get that kill, you might get that overload as well, which wouldn't be bad. So this is not pairing too well with this one, but you've got the option. You get a kill and you reload with it. You might get two. If you put it away, you'll have one sitting and waiting all the time. Again, if you don't own one of these Deafening Whispers, buy it because there's really nothing else like a Void Waveframe Grenade Launcher anywhere else in the game, so you may as well at least have one of these. Falling Guillotine with Whirlwind Blade and Relentless Strikes. I don't need to say much more, but make sure you buy this thing if you don't have a sword with one of these two on it. No, it doesn't have Swordsman's Guard or Jagged Edge, so it's not like the perfect sword, but if you don't have a Relentless Whirlwind sword at all, make sure you buy this and then lock it because they're the best type of swords to have. So make sure you check your vault, and if you don't have one with these two perks on it, make sure you buy this. This is kind of a must-own sword right here. This third axiom is a little weird. The slide shot isn't bad because it's going to give you a little boost of range and stability if you slide around corners and you're good at that. It's not bad. Sympathetic Arsenal, that one I don't love per se. Can have some PvE benefits though in the right hands. You've got ricochet rounds and small bore, so you're going to be getting stability and range. You'll get a little handling boost down here, and this will give you range and stability. So if you get that slide, this thing is going to be very powerful in PvP. This unfortunately won't do as much for you in PvP unless you get a reload and then your alternate weapon gets reloaded as well. If something else was here, I'd probably say this is almost going to be a beast in PvP. Still could be very good. I just think it could be a smidge better. Still, not a bad arc pulse rifle. If you don't have one, definitely very viable for PvP and PvE, depending on your use and preferences. Lastly, let's cover the legendary armor for Titans. There's not a whole lot to look at. You got a 60 with a spike in resilience, but still it's only 60. You got a 57. You got a 61 with a spike in resilience and also strength and intellect. Personally, would love to see the spikes moved around a little bit more, but that's just me, so nothing really too exciting for the Titans. All right, Warlocks, I think you finally get to win a week. You've got a 64 with a spike in recovery at 16 and 21 in strength. Depending on your build, you've got some potential here. 64, now this one's got a little higher mobility than I would like to see, but this one, these boots, oh my goodness. 28 recovery, masterwork this year sitting at 30. Then you've got 16 in intellect and 16 in strength with a total of 66. Buy these, Warlocks, please. Make sure you buy these. They're very good. For Hunters, it's a bit of a mixed bag. You've got a 61 here with decent amount of resilience to recovery, but 2 mobility hurts a Titan, or hurts a Hunter, I mean. You've got 64 with high resilience and mobility. I know a lot of people are starting to spec into resilience for PvP and PvE now, with a total of 64 here. This is not too shabby. Low recovery though, so it depends on your preference. You've got 60, not bad. High mobility, high recovery, discipline, intellect. Then, if that was higher total, it'd be more, please buy. And then a 61 with really high mobility and then some ability energy. So overall, Hunters got a decent one, but not amazing. Overall, I would say your exotics, especially these two, you definitely want to make sure you own these things for Arc 3.0. Not a bad couple of weapons in here. Make sure you own at least one Deafening Whisper. Please buy this sword if you don't have anything that resembles it at all. Not a bad little sidearm, and again, the exotics are pretty solid. So that is Xur for July 1st. He will be here this weekend. I won't be streaming this weekend because I got family visiting, so hopefully you guys have a good time. Go outside, say hello to some friends or anything like that, or just play games all weekend, whatever you want to do. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like below, leave a comment if you just want to say hello or have any thoughts about something I may have missed. You guys can find me on Twitch or Twitter at Ebontis right here on the channel. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that alert bell. I will see you guys in the next video. YouTube members, Patreon subs, thanks for that extra support. Have a good one. See you soon.